Hey there, how's it going? It is Maestro here, and welcome back to episode 8 of Road to Endgame. Just a quick look at our mid-game goals. Sadly, last episode, for the second episode in a row, actually, we weren't able to cross anything off of that, but that will certainly change this episode. And with that, let's get into it. First thing we're going to be getting on here is the Chrono Assassin class. This was a goal that we pushed off from our early game list, and it took even longer than I expected. So here I have finally gotten the last fang that I needed. You kill this boss here, Svelger the Devourer, I think its name is. And it is a 1% or a 0.5% drop rate for it to drop either 1, 2, or 3 fangs. And it actually took me around 7.5 hours of farming this boss, not in one sitting, but on and off to get the fangs. So it was certainly a marathon to get this, but I'm glad it's over because it actually unlocks a bunch of content for us. Because the great thing about this class is actually members only to do this quests in this area. But it's really good because once you get to level 85, the class can actually hit 100% dodge chance, which before is only really possible with Great Thief, which is like you have to spend like $200 or $100 on Hero Mart or something like that, and by Yami no Ronin, which is a big farm, which we will end up getting later, not in this episode, but later in the series, I'm sure. But for right now, this is what we have to work with. And so here I am finishing up the other items for the quest. Besides the fangs, the items are really easy to get. It probably took me around 10 minutes to get the rest of the items. These are from the time wraiths, and then some monster I can not pronounce the name of, but you get the sands of time from them. And you are able to go back to the guy that you collected the quest from in the beginning, in /join Taechan, I think. And you can turn in the quest 12 times to get the 12 gems that you need to use in the merge shop to get the class. So far, this is definitely the longest farm and probably the most boring farm that I'll do for a while, just because it was, well, until I do Armor of Awe, but sitting in one room, and I was using my Legion Darkcaster, so I didn't get a bunch of you are out of range of this enemy, since that's a ranged class, and just hitting it once and waiting for all the bots in the room to kill it and then hitting it again. But there we are, there's the Chrono Assassin class, so that was really exciting for me to get. And then right from there, I was able to go straight to /join Shadowfall, and today was the day that I was able to get my Shadowscythe General class, which is another thing that's on our list. So this is, again, a daily quest that we get from Gravelin. We've been completing it for all the days that we have been playing. I think I introduced the quest in the first or the second episode. And so I don't know how many days that means. Maybe 2 weeks? No, a few more than that. My math's a little rusty. But we were finally able to complete that to get 100 Shadow Shields. And we were able to turn that in to Gravelin for the Shadowscythe General class, again, in the merge shop. And, you know, the class is okay. It's good at PvP, but the nerfs, people didn't really complain about it when it first came, but I think the nerfs are pretty bad, and it's not great for farming outside of rooms with 6 enemies. So it is nice for Ice Storm Arena, which you'll see later. But besides that, it's not great for much. However, there was a double EXP boost going on I think, or maybe not. Maybe I did this before double EXP happened. But I decided to train up a little bit so that I could get to level 80. So we hit level 75, which got us access to the lower level of Ice Storm Arena, which you can see here with the 6 Frost Spirits. And this is the map that I said that the Shadowscythe General is good in because all of its skills hit 6 enemies. So that's really nice for this area. And the levels went by pretty quick here. I think I was getting maybe 3 levels an hour, something like that. So it didn't take me too long to get all the way up to level 80, as you can see in this clip. And something important that level 80 unlocks is the Lightcaster quests. So Lightcaster is a really, really powerful class, a really great all-around class. It has good range, it has good damage, it has good everything. And it's actually one of the, I think it is, well, the best free-to-play class that you can get in terms of DPS over a long fight, since its 2 skills stacks up 50 or 100 times. But to do that, the farm is not too bad. You can see me actually using the Chrono Assassin class in these clips here, but you have to complete all the quests in Celestial Arena. So it's a boss challenge here, so you can see me finishing the last one. So this is where the Chrono Assassin class came in handy because none of my other current soloing classes were good enough to kill A ranks. He has about 640,000 HP. And hits pretty hard, but as you can see, I'm dodging every hit at level 80 with 2 thief enhancements, one on my class and one on my weapon. And you can see me doing pretty good damage as well. You know, even though the hits aren't that high, I'm hitting a lot because it does have a max haste auto attack, as well as really short cooldown abilities. And so we were able to take down A ranks to finish the quests in Celestial Arena. And after we finish the quests here, I actually elect to stay in this area and farm A ranks because he has this item here, the Burning Blade of Abezith, which is used to get the Lightcaster. It took a little while to farm. It's a 5% drop from him, and every kill took around 5 minutes, and I think it took me like 27 or 28 kills to get it, so really not so bad. And the next area we come to is more A-Ranks areas. This is all his content here. This area is called Celestial Realm. You might recognize this from an earlier episode when we were farming a nice armor set from here early on. But you have to complete all the quests in /join Celestial Realm, /join Lost Ruins, and /join Lost Ruins War. I think are the 3 areas that you need to complete, but the areas are not that difficult. Mobs are pretty low level, and it shouldn't take more than maybe half an hour. And once you're able to complete that, you unlock the farming quests for the 3 items that you need to unlock the Lightcaster quest. So what each of them has you do is you kill 500 of one type of mob in the area. So that's going to be 500 of the hounds, 500 of the like imp things, and then 500 of the fallen soldiers. Not too difficult. You can see I'm using actually the Chrono Assassin because I figured out if you stood right in the middle here, I could use either of my 2 skills to hit the monsters and go back and forth like that, and also keeping up all my buffs, since the 4 gives a stacking % damage boost if you could keep it up. It was doing it a whole lot faster than any of my multi-hit farming classes, so this was what I found to be the quickest way to do it. It took me around half an hour, I would say, maybe 45 minutes to complete all 3 of the Kill 500 quests, which got me the last couple items to unlock the quest to get the Lightcaster class. So I'm here just killing the last few mobs. As you can see, these items are items actually in your inventory, which is nice. So if you don't want to do it all in one sitting, you can definitely come back and do it another time. But here I am collecting the last of the items, which is the second to last thing I need to do to unlock the Lightcaster quest. So here I am. I have all the items, the Avatar of Death Scythe, Lance of Time, and the Guardian Blade. And you also need the Burning Blade, which we got in an earlier episode, which is a 1% drop from the Diabolical Warlord. Next, you have to buy the Evolved Lightcaster Armor for 1,000 ACs. There's no way around that 1,000 AC gateway. And once you have that armor, you can buy the Lightcaster Token A, which is used to buy the Light Mage class, which is the final item that we need to unlock the Lightcaster quest, which wants you to get A ranks as pure light, which means back to farming A ranks over and over again. It's a 10% drop, and you are able to turn that quest in to get the Lightcaster class. So this is a pretty easy farm, pretty straightforward as far as they go. It took me around, I want to say 4-ish hours to get the class, which was not that bad at all. So staying on the theme of getting classes in this episode, what I ended up doing was coming to the Eternal area. So to get to this area, it's /join Ford Pyramid, and you have to do a few quests around the area to get to this area, which gives you a quest called the Sphinxes with Gems or something like that, which gives you 500 rep for just killing 4 mobs, and that unlocks us the Eternal Inversionist class, which is not as good as any of our other farming classes, but it works, and it's something else to have. And it's actually pretty good for a certain rotation that I use in a later video. And now that I feel that I am pretty much totally geared up, I think that we can start getting to parts of the videos that some people have been looking forward to, which is Nulgath farming. So I came to a random Yulgar room, and I was able to find a Drudgeon the Assistant, and I used that to accept 2 quests, one called Higher Nulgath Larvae, and the other is Supplies to Spin the Wheel of Chance. And we are going to be using this to get the Nulgath Larvae quest. This is a member-only item. However, if you find someone else with the Nulgath Larvae, you can also click on theirs to accept the quest if you want to follow along with me in my Nulgath farming. So the reason that we accepted Supplies to Spin the Wheel of Chance as well is that you need the item Voucher of Nulgath, which is a 3% drop from Supplies to Spin the Wheel of Chance. So you can see me completing that now. You need to kill Ashirion, which is the Chaos Lord at the end of the Mobius questline. He drops his helm, which is the quest item needed to spin the Wheel of Chance. So you just saw me get the voucher there. It only took me actually around 20 turn-ins to get that, which is pretty nice. And we are able to get our new Nulgath Larvae quest, Larvae pet. And when I click on Nulgath Larvae, it gets me access to the Nulgath Larvae quest, which is similar to Supplies the Wheel of Chance in terms of the randomness of the items. However, it has a higher chance of dropping good items and not so much junk mixed in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically spam complete this quest. So what you need to do is come to /join Elemental, kill the Mana Golem, which you can see here. And he will drop, I think, Mana Energy for Nulgath is what the item is called. This stacks up to 13. So what I did was I stayed in the room with the mana golem, and I farmed him until I had 13, and I came back to the elemental map and killed these two monsters here, which dropped the items that needed for the quest. And we can go through and see all my turn-ins. As you can see, I'm getting some nice stuff. Some unidentified 10s, which for some reason I didn't accept because I forgot that they were valuable in some quests and can be turned into some items. But lots of gems of Nulgath, lots of diamonds of Nulgath, lots of... I even got a few blood gems for the Archfiend, which are used for some later game Nulgath farming, as well as can be traded in for some other items. But I have this super sped up as I go through this quest, sort of collecting everything that's useful to me. And the item that I'm looking for is the unidentified 13. Many people might know what I'm going for if I'm looking for an unidentified 13, since it is an item that is used, that is like a prerequisite, for accepting the quest that's needed to use that item. But in the meantime, while I am farming in the background, I actually just got a fresh load of mana energy for Nulgath, and I'm gonna start another round of turn-ins. I just want to talk about Nulgath farming in terms of what I think I want to do. I think I actually want to purchase the Crag and Bamboozle quest. I was thinking I have the ACs. I still have 10k ACs, and I don't think I want to buy one of the calendar classes for just because, I don't know. I have them on my other account, and they're okay, but I don't know, they're not super fun to use for me. And I'm kind of liking going through at the rate that I'm going in my progression, so I don't think I want to speed it up in that way. However, Crag and Bamboozle does give a lot of just a lot more autonomy in Nulgath farming, not having to rely on other people's pets and all that stuff, as well as give some nice quests in terms of the consistency of my farming. So I think I'm going to do that. And in saying that, on my 26th turn-in of my Nulgath larvae quest, you can see I'm on my last mana energy of Nulgath. I was finally able to get the unidentified 13, which I'm excited about, you can see, because that's actually pretty fast. I think it's a 3% or a 1% drop rate. So I was pretty pumped about that. And now you can see what I want to use it for. It is in Nulgath, and here we go, the Juggernaut item of Nulgath. It's everyone's first Nulgath farming quest, baby's first Nulgath farming is basically what it is. All the items are not that great. I'm deciding what I want to go for. I'm not falling into the trap of getting the Ungodly Reavers, because I hate unstable weapons. But I'm thinking of maybe the Warlord or the Arcane of Nulgath. I'm a fan of the armors as well as the Overfiend Blade. But for that, we will have to wait for the next episode, which will be almost entirely dedicated to farming up my Jug item. So with that, I will see you all in the next episode. And thanks for watching. Bye.